What's up, YouTube? I'm G Infinite. Today I'm going to be talking about the Legend series, Marvel Studios, YellowJacket, and Ant-Man. I'll be coming with some fun facts about who YellowJacket really is, and I'll also be discussing parts of the first movie of Ant-Man, and also a couple of the highlights of the second movie of Ant-Man and Wasp. So stay tuned, guys. Don't miss this episode. This is Ant-Man and YellowJacket. Alright, so the first figure that I'm going to be talking about is Marvel Studios Legend Series YellowJacket. This YellowJacket was done by Marvel Studios. This is from the first Ant-Man movie that Marvel Studios came out with. YellowJacket usually in the comic books is Hank Pym, but they decided to go with a different character and make YellowJacket in the first movie the villain. I like what they did with this figure. I like the fact that they gave YellowJacket that yellow, and on the gloves you see a bit of a goldish kind of color. Like what they did with the stingers. They gave them really cool effects. The stingers are very flexible. That's something that I liked. You can move them and arrange them in different positions. It does come with a very cool backpack, as you can see. The backpack is a good touch to it. It's a good touch to YellowJacket in particularly. I like what they did with this villain in the first Ant-Man movie, for those of you that saw. It's a really cool outfit. The stingers definitely give him that appearance of a supervillain. I like what they did with the helmet in particularly in this figure. They gave it a really nice look to it. Very good touch with the clear coat of yellow. As you can see almost through the helmet where he actually has a face mask on. It's a really good look to YellowJacket. Marvel Studios Legend Series did a really nice job with dropping him as a villain. I like the whole body sculpt. The chest looks really cool. They gave him a lot of different tones of yellow and black. Like what they did as far as in the face mask on the very bottom, where you can see it's almost like an oxygen breathing. And he has like some small bits of yellow, if you can see. Very cool. Like the boots, as you can tell, it looks almost like motorcycle like kind of boots. Very nice. And they just gave him a really good appearance as far as a supervillain. They made sure that the outfit fit the villain who's gonna play YellowJacket. Now, for those of you that don't know, YellowJacket is Hank Pym. The old Ant-Man in the comic books is YellowJacket. So I'm going to show you a YellowJacket that was done also by Hasbro. This YellowJacket is done from the Blob series. It's the Build-A-Figure The Blob from the X-Men. And this YellowJacket is Hank Pym. This is the YellowJacket that most of you guys might remember in the comic books when you were reading them. So very cool YellowJacket. I like what they did with this YellowJacket. As you can tell, there is almost like a YellowJacket drawn onto the chest piece. And of course they gave him like the Ant-Man look. Very cool. Like what they did, they gave him almost like that look where he can fly, because if you notice, he has like almost like a black cape that sticks out. And this is by Marvel Legends Hasbro from the Blob series. He builds the figure the Blob that most of you might have known or seen in the X-Men. And this is Hank Pym YellowJacket. So these two YellowJackets, very cool. If you ask my opinion, I'll definitely go with the futuristic YellowJacket, just because they gave him such a nice look, and he really does look like a supervillain. So definitely good touch by Marvel Studios. This is by Marvel Studios Legend Series, and this is number 8 YellowJacket. Also, a really nice touch that they gave to YellowJacket and Ant-Man is the very small figures that came with YellowJacket and Ant-Man in the Marvel Studios Legend Series box set. I like when they do the small miniatures because you can always stash them somewhere or put them crawling up an arm of Hulk or something like that. So definitely like what they're doing with the figures, and the fact that Ant-Man's coming with a lot smaller. Ant-Man and YellowJacket as well came with a smaller YellowJacket. You could have seen this in the movie when they shrink and they have some type of battle scene where they're shrinking and they're becoming larger and so forth. So really cool look to what they did with the Ant-Man and the YellowJacket. This is also in the box set with the Legend series Marvel Studios Ant-Man YellowJacket. The next figure I'm going to be discussing is Marvel Studios Legends series Scott Lang as Ant-Man. This is a really, really nice Ant-Man. I like what they did with the face mask. He has a lot of similarities. For those of you that were collecting, trying to build Call Obsidian, definitely a lot of similarities in the appearance of the suit. I like what they did with the silver and the red. And definitely love the gadgets that they gave on the belt. If you notice on the belt, there's a lot of little gadgets there that the Ant-Man usually has on the belt. Also the gloves. The gloves is usually where Ant-Man can press certain things to either shrink or grow in size. So this is a really nice Ant-Man. This is done by Marvel's Legend series, Marvel Studios. And this is the Ant-Man from the first movie. For those of you that didn't see the first movie, Ant-Man's villain was YellowJacket, and they both had a pretty decent battle. In the new movie, however, Ant-Man has to face Ghost, which is another opponent for Ant-Man. But if you didn't see the ending, here comes some spoilers. The ending definitely ties in with Thanos. And for those of you that don't know, you're going to really, really dislike Thanos if you saw the end of Ant-Man and Wasp. So I hope you guys were watching it. And I'm going to go ahead and go into the interchangeable head, which now is the next figure. This figure has an interchangeable head. I put him on the same body that came on the Ant-Man that builds the figure called Obsidian, just to show you the head, the interchangeable head that came in this box set. Very cool. This is the Scott Lang that you know in the Ant-Man movie. So I like what they did with the interchangeable head. Looks really realistic. And that's Scott Lang. So a good look in general to Ant-Man. And definitely, guys, I would watch the second part to Ant-Man because I know it's going to tie into the Infinity War very soon. Guys, I'm G Infinite. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe. Hit that bell for the next notification. And definitely hit us with a like, man. This is Legend Series Marvel Studios, Ant-Man and YellowJacket. Peace out, YouTube.